morning, or good afternoon, folks. This is Losco back again with another video. Hope you folks are doing okay today. And in today's video, I'm finally starting to learn how to edit. You see, I have my little image up there, even though I do suck at gaming, which half the time I'm always messing up. But right now I'm trying to do a couple gaming videos with some voiceovers, and just a couple stories that I have going on here. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and I catch you guys next time. Peace. Hey folks, this story sounds about the one time that I got pulled over by ICE. I know, kind of strange, believe it or not, folks. I am Latino. I am part of a certain race that gets picked up by ICE a lot, so I couldn't make it obvious enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, the story time. Let's get straight into it. So basically the story takes place at a Lowe's. I know, it's so convenient. What am I doing at Lowe's? If I know what's going on nowadays, what am I doing at Lowe's? So basically my friend picked up one of those Cobalt, I don't know if you have seen them, they're like little small Cobalt toolboxes. And since I work at a dealership, we can have our own personal things on our desk. So when it comes to my desk, I have my hat, I have my Cobalt, and I have my filing cabinet. So in my head, I was like, you know what? I need to be extra. I need to have another Cobalt because I already have I believe it was a pink one I have right now. So I was like, you know what? I need to buy a red one. Why not? Let me have pink and red. The pink can be for my utensils and everything, like my pin tools, my paper clips, and so forward. And my red one, the one I want to purchase, can be for my, battery and my little bits in front. So I decided to go during my lunch break. So during my lunch break, I pulled up to the Lowe's, and thing is, on my car, I have a flag, and my flag is hanging down on my mirror, and I have a front plate as well, my flag on it. I have a little bit of pride of where I'm from. I'm not too shabby, not too embarrassed to say I am what I am, folks. And if you guys don't know what I'm picking up, then that's kind of sad. But besides that, if you guys do know what I'm picking up, then great, fantastic. However, I'm not embarrassed to show pride to my race. Viva la raza. I couldn't make it any more obvious. However, folks, when I pull up to the Lowe's, I stop by and I see, a truck, it's like an older truck just sitting there, and I'm not paying too much mind to it because I'm just minding my own business. So I go into the store and I pick up the toolbox, and I get a little bit of bits as well, because I needed a fill up, I needed a flathead as well because the ones I had got stolen. At my dealership, there's a lot of mice that run around, and people tend to take stuff that they shouldn't be taking. So that's what I mean by mice. So as I'm coming back from the Lowe's back to my car, these two gentlemen get out the car, and obviously they're wearing the typical vest that has ice on it, and I'm like, great, fantastic. I already know what's coming, It's kind of easy to tell them those things are gonna happen, but I just keep walking, I just ignore them. So as I'm walking to my car, I just have my earbuds in, my AirPods, and I'm just ignoring them because I just don't care enough to talk to them. Because the number one rule is that I've learned is just don't engage. Honestly, whether it's a good or bad interaction, just don't engage unless they ask to talk to you and if they say you're detained. So basically, one of them calls out to me and they're like, hey, we need to talk to you really quick. We need to ask you some questions, and I just say, okay. So when they come up to me and tell me, hey, what's your name? I just tell them I don't know my name. I tell them I don't know my name and I don't answer questions. They asked me for my ID. I told them, hey, I don't have to give you my ID if we're not in a traffic stop. I just told them I am a U.S. citizen. And that's pretty much it. I don't have to provide anything else from there. I haven't done anything illegal. I came back from the store. I'm just purchasing stuff from there. And one of the guys tend to get aggravated. He's calling me a smart mouth, saying I need to give up my ID. I need to show them proof that I am a U.S. citizen. This and that. And it's stuff like that that annoys me because I'm talking in Spanish. That's like the most important part. I'm not talking to them in English. I'm talking to them straight up Spanish because I just didn't feel like talking to English in them. I know it's pretty dumb, the things I do. It sounds a little bit petty from my end, but thing is, I just don't like being bothered. However, these guys just keep bothering me. The thing is, I know if I start walking away, they can tackle me, so I just stay in my place. And I tell them, hey, there's no need for anybody to come here to talk to me, I haven't done anything illegal, I'm doing the typical liberal shit, which is, in my head, it does sound bad, but I'm not being aggressive. I'm being a very passive individual. I'm talking to them with all respect. Afterwards, I guess they just got tired of trying to get the ID from me, so they do call in the K9 unit to come and sniff my vehicle to see if I have any contraband. Afterwards, the dog comes in, the dog sits around my car, there's no alert. Thankfully, because even then, if the dog did alert, I truly don't have anything in my vehicle. However, nowadays things get planted. I'm not saying they would, but it's things that happen, Afterwards, they do call in the sheriff. The sheriff does come in. He's like, hey, we do need to talk to you. just provide your license, please. It's something that can be really easy, really over with within a couple seconds. So that's what I decided to do. I do provide my ID. Afterwards, they tell me, hey, you're good to go. Just we could have done this since the start, so we didn't have to go through all of this. But I told them, hey, I get it, but at the same time, I'm just not gonna give up something because I don't know who you guys are truly. But it is what it is. The guys were chill with me, and the reason why was because I wasn't being mean about it. I wasn't talking in a stern tone. I was being very respectful regardless of what they were trying to do or what they were trying to pull. So I decided to talk to them a little bit after. I told them, hey, you guys, I get it. It's your job. It's your job to find people who are, not documented here in the U.S. And I get it. You do what you got to do. But then I told them, hey, just because I have a flag in the front plate of my country that I love doesn't mean that you should always pull people over for that. He was like, no, I know, I get it, but it's our job. It's suspicion that we could use in court and whatever. We're going over legal terms, so I understood better. So I understood their point of view, and they understood my point of view. Obviously, they don't care about my point of view. It's regardless because it's their job. However, it gives a little bit more open insight when two sides can communicate and actually talk about things like that. Regardless, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I catch you folks next time. Peace.